Hello dear students, I am Dr. Rashri Gajghate, Assistant Professor, Srimati Binzani Mahila Mahavidyalay, Mahal, Nagpur. I hope you are all good and enjoying. I welcome you all in this video tutorial. Today we are going to study the second lesson of Compulsory English Semester 6. Spoken English and Broken English. Now, this is the actual cover page of the book Spoken English and Broken English, written by George Bernard Shaw. Actually, this Spoken English and Broken English is a radio talk of G.B. Shaw with the radio station WNEW at Manhattan, New York. So let's see the information related to author. G.B. Shaw was born in 1856. He was an Irish dramatist, critic and thinker. He won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1925. He won Oscar for Best Screenplay in 1938 for his work on the play Pygmalion. He was a very convincing public speaker. He was very keen to reform the English alphabet. Now here is an introduction about the lesson Spoken English and Broken English. George Bernard Shaw prepared and spoke on the topic Spoken English and Broken English on a gramophone recording. As I have already told you, it was actually a radio talk broadcast over WNEW, a radio station in Manhattan, New York. This show has talks with great personalities like Roosevelt and Mahatma Gandhi. In his speech, Shaw presented his provocative ideas in a sparkling style. Shaw says that every person pronounces English words in his own unique style and no one speaks perfect English. This is the idea and notion of G.B. Shaw. He says that there is no such thing as perfect English and no one speaks perfect English. Everyone speaks in his own unique style. As the lesson starts, in the beginning of the lesson, the writer assumes that he is addressing a foreign student of English language when they travel in British Commonwealth or in America or wants to be understood there. Or may be addressing to a native person who speaks in a provincial Cockney dialect of which he is little ashamed. It may prevent him from obtaining such employment because it is open to those who speaks correct English. Shaw wanted to tell that there is no such thing as ideally correct English because no two British persons speak exactly alike. Now see here, in the beginning, writer assumes that he is talking to foreign student of English language who wants to travel to British Commonwealth or in America. Shaw ऐसे स्टूडेंट्स से बात कर रहे हैं, ऐसा उन्हें लगता है, जो इंग्लिश स्पीकिंग स्टूडेंट्स नहीं हैं, जो ब्रिटिश कॉमनवेल्थ या अमेरिका में जाना चाहते हैं, वहाँ ट्रैवल करना चाहते हैं और चाहते हैं कि वहाँ के जो लोग हैं उन्हें समझ सके, उनकी भाषा समझ सके। साथ में शॉ यह भी अज्यूम करते हैं कि वो नेटिव लोगों से संबोधित हैं। नेटिव लोग जो इंग्लैंड में रहते हैं उनसे बात कर रहे हैं, जो कौन सी लैंग्वेज बोलते हैं वहाँ इंग्लैंड में, प्रोविंशियल कॉकनी डायलेक्ट। और इस वजह से उन्हें वहाँ एम्प्लॉयमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं मिलती है, जॉब्स नहीं मिलते हैं। क्यों? क्योंकि जॉब्स वहाँ पर करेक्ट इंग्लिश बोलने वालों को ही मिलते हैं। सो फ्रॉम दिस स्लाइड keep this in mind that in the beginning Shaw assumes that he is talking to two type of people. One is foreign student of English language and another one native person of England. G.B. Shaw was a member of British Broadcasting Corporation Committee. His job was to decide the utterances of the speakers employed in the BBC. They should be a model of correct English, correct speech for the British Island. Now here, Shaw has mentioned that he is a member of a committee formed by BBC. And what is their work? Their work is to see or decide the utterances of the speaker employed in the BBC. Utterances यानी उच्चारण, भाषा बोलने का जो तरीका है उसको सुनना और वो भाषा को एक मॉडल भाषा जिसे हम कह सकते हैं उस तरह बनाना, गाइड करना, यह कमेटी का काम है। उन्हें लगता है कि जो भी स्पीकर्स बीबीसी में एम्प्लॉयड हुए हैं उनकी भाषा एक स्टैंडर्ड भाषा हो, एक करेक्ट स्पीच हो, एक मॉडल लैंग्वेज हो। किन के लिए? ब्रिटिश आइलैंड के लिए। The committee of BBC consists of a chairman who was a poet laureate, an artist and a specialist in pronunciation. One member was Sir Johnson Forbes Robertson, an actor and famous for beauty of speech. G.B. Shaw was a writer of plays and was accustomed to superintend their rehearsal and to listen critically to the way they speak. Now here the members of the committee, their names, their profession is given. It consists of a chairman. Chairman जो हैं बीबीसी कमेटी के वो पोएट लॉरेट हैं, आर्टिस्ट भी हैं और प्रोनाउंसिएशन में एक स्पेशलिस्ट हैं। प्रोनाउंसिएशन यानी जिस तरह से हमारा उच्चारण होता है बोलते समय, वर्ड्स बोलते समय। Another member is Sir Johnson Forbes Robertson, who is an actor and he is also famous for beauty of speech. And we know that G.B. Shaw was a writer, a dramatist, and his job was to superintend their rehearsal and to listen critically to the way they speak. जिस तरह से वो बात कर रहे हैं कमिटी मेंबर्स या फिर जो वहाँ पर एम्प्लॉयड हुए हैं उनकी स्पीच को देखना, सुनना, उनकी रिहर्सल को जांचना। They were all trained speakers, but they do not agree on the pronunciation of words of English language. The committee members, they were all trained speakers, but they don't agree on the pronunciation of words. They were Irish, Scottish, Welsh, American, Oxford University members, but no one can be taken as a model speakers. Though they were the trained speakers, experts in their fields, but they cannot be taken as a model speaker. Why? Because there are differences among them regarding pronunciation. हालांकि सभी मेंबर्स अपने अपने फील्ड में बहुत ट्रेंड है, एक्सपीरियंस्ड हैं, लेकिन उनमें से किसी को भी हम मॉडल स्पीकर कह के नहीं चुन सकते। क्यों? क्योंकि सभी अलग अलग देशों से, अलग अलग बैकग्राउंड से, अलग अलग लैंग्वेज और कल्चर से आए हैं, तो उनकी जो प्रोनाउंसिएशन है डिफरेंट है। All the committee members are recognizable by their differences in speech. Now here one picture is there. You can see the people, they come from different countries and they speak different languages. They belong to different countries, they speak differently. It is nonsense to say that they speak correctly. They all speak presentably. Shaw says that no two native speakers of English speak it alike. जो कमिटी मेंबर्स हैं अलग अलग देशों से आए हैं और वो कैसे पहचाने जाते हैं? by their differences in speech. They belong to different countries, they speak differently. अलग अलग तरीके से, तरह से वो बात करते हैं. It is nonsense to say that they speak correctly. So we cannot say that they speak correctly or they speak correct English. They all speak presentably. Correctly वो बात नहीं करते, but they speak presentable English. So they speak presentably, जो दूसरों को समझ में आए. Shaw says that no two native speakers of English speak it alike. नेटिव स्पीकर यानी वहाँ के जो रहीवासी हैं, इंग्लैंड के जो रहीवासी हैं, वो एक जैसे आपस में एक जैसे बात नहीं करते हैं. एक जो नेटिव है वो उसकी प्रोनाउंसिएशन अलग रहती है, दूसरे नेटिव स्पीकर की अलग प्रोनाउंसिएशन अलग रहती है. Now here G.B. Shaw is saying that he also confessed that he does not speak correctly. As G.B. Shaw mentioned that the committee members, they speak differently. Likewise, G.B. Shaw also confessed that he does not speak even correct English. As a public speaker, he should speak enough loud to be heard distinctly at the far end of large hall. But when he speaks with his wife at home, he speaks carelessly in a low voice. So, in the beginning itself, we have seen that G.B. Shaw was a public speaker. He used to give speeches. So, when he addresses the audience, he should speak enough loud so that every member of the hall sitting at the back should be able to hear him. But when he speaks with his wife at home, he speaks in a low voice and carelessly. Public speaker जो हैं उन्हें सभी लोगों को सुनाई जाए इतनी ऊंची आवाज में बात करनी चाहिए. लेकिन अगर पर्सन अपने घर में अपनी बीवी के सामने ही अगर वो बात कर रहा है तो उसे बहुत ज्यादा ऊंची आवाज में चिल्लाकर बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है और थोड़ा केयरलेसली भी वो बात करता है. Now here are two pics. Now they are depicting company manners and home manners. Now what is this company manners and home manners? Let's see. There are company manners and home manners. Family members speak in a different manner in their houses with family, and that is home manners. But when they speak differently in the presence of an outsider, they speak very carefully, that is company manners. So home manners means when a person is talking to his family, he can speak carelessly, he can shout, he can scold them. But when a guest comes in their house, they speak in a different manner. They speak politely, they speak carefully. That is company manners. So in the pics, you can see the pic at the left hand, you can see there is a guest and they are speaking very politely. Likewise, the pic at the right side, it is a family pic where they are talking to each other carelessly and rudely. G.B. Shaw then addresses foreign hearers and gives them warning that if they wish to travel to England and wish to be understood there, then there is no need to speak English perfectly, because if they will speak perfect English with the native people, no one will understand them. Now here G.B. Shaw is giving one suggestion to the foreign hearers, the people who wants to travel to England and they want uh, to be understood there, then there is no need to speak English perfectly, because if they will speak perfect English with the native people who are living there in England, no one will understand them. फॉरेन जो जा रहे हैं, फॉरेनर्स जो हैं, अगर वो इंग्लैंड जा रहे हैं और चाहते हैं कि उनकी भाषा वहाँ लोग समझे, तो उन्हें परफेक्ट इंग्लिश बोलने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि अगर वो वहाँ पर परफेक्ट इंग्लिश बोलते हैं तो वहाँ के जो नेटिव पीपल है, जो रहीवासी है इंग्लैंड के, उन्हें फॉरेनर की भाषा समझ में नहीं आएगी. So there is no need to speak English perfectly in England. Shaw explains that there is no such thing as perfectly correct English. So this is the main theme or main topic sentence we can say of the lesson. Shaw says there is no such thing as perfect correct English, but there is presentable English, which is called as good English. हम करेक्ट इंग्लिश ऐसे कोई भी इंग्लिश को हम नहीं कह सकते हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि कोई भी लैंग्वेज करेक्ट इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज नहीं है, मॉडल इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज नहीं है. कौन सी लैंग्वेज हो सकती है? आइदर इट कैन बी प्रेजेंटेबल इंग्लिश और इट कैन बी गुड इंग्लिश. प्रेजेंटेबल इंग्लिश का मतलब है विच कैन बी अंडरस्टूड बाय अदर पीपल, बाय नेटिव पीपल. सो देयर कैन नॉट बी परफेक्ट और करेक्ट इंग्लिश, बट देयर कैन बी प्रेजेंटेबल इंग्लिश and good English. He further adds that the native speakers of London speak bad English but understand it when it is well spoken. Even Shaw claims that the native speakers of London, they speak bad English. Even they cannot speak good English, but they understand it when it is well spoken. If any foreigner speaks better English, they cannot understand him because he can never stress the syllables and can't make voice modulations. So if a foreigner, he goes to England and he speaks their better English, the native people will not understand him. They won't be able to understand him because the foreigner can never stress the syllables and can't make voice modulation. लैंग्वेज में जो उतार चढ़ाव है वो फॉरेनर्स यूज नहीं कर पाते हैं, जिसकी वजह से उनकी भाषा समझ में नहीं आती है. So, in the end, G.B. Shaw gives advice to speak with strong foreign accent and speak broken English without any grammar. So G.B. Shaw gives advice that don't speak correct English in England, but speak broken English, and that should be also without any grammar, and use strong foreign accent. अगर फॉरेनर इंग्लैंड जाता है और वहां पर वो करेक्ट इंग्लिश ना बोलते हुए ब्रोकन इंग्लिश, टूटी फूटी इंग्लिश बोलता है जिसमें कोई ग्रामर नहीं है, लेकिन फॉरेन एक्सेंट में अगर वो बोलता है तो उसकी भाषा वहां के लोग समझ सकते हैं. Then the English people will come to know that you are a foreigner and try to understand you and ready to help you. So if a foreigner uses broken English, the native people of England, they will understand that he is a foreigner and he will ready to help him. G.B. Shaw has given one example to justify his thought. He says that if you ask an address in the following manner, will you have the goodness, sir, to direct me to the railway terminus at Charing Cross? With good pronunciation, you will not be understood. But if you shout and ask in the following manner, please, Charing Cross, which way? Half a dozen people will help you. Now here G.B. Shaw has given one example. If a foreigner visits England and he wants to ask an address, and if he use such politeness and correct English, जैसे यहाँ पर एक एग्जाम्पल दिया है, अगर वो पूरी करेक्ट इंग्लिश में पोलाइटनेस के साथ पूछता है, विल यू हैव द गुडनेस सर टू डायरेक्ट मी टू द रेलवे टर्मिनस एट चेरिंग क्रॉस, कि आपका बहुत आभार होगा अगर आप मुझे रेलवे टर्मिनस चेरिंग क्रॉस का एड्रेस बताते हैं, तो आपकी बहुत कृपा होगी सर. अगर इतने अच्छे प्रोनाउंसिएशन के साथ में अगर वो पूछता है, पोलाइटनेस के साथ में, तो लोगों को उसकी लैंग्वेज समझेगी नहीं. बट इफ यू शाउट एंड आस्क इन द फॉलोइंग मैनर, लेकिन फॉरेनर अगर चिल्लाकर इस टूटी फूटी इंग्लिश में, ब्रोकन इंग्लिश में पूछता है, प्लीज चेरिंग क्रॉस विच वे, half a dozen people will help you. आधा दर्जन लोग आपकी मदद करने के लिए आ जाएंगे. और वो ऐसा क्यों करेंगे? क्योंकि उन्हें समझ जाएगा कि ये फॉरेनर है, इसे इंग्लिश नहीं आती है, तो इसलिए इसकी हेल्प करनी चाहिए. So the conclusion, in the end, Shaw advised not to speak too well with cultivated people. Cultivated peoples means native people of England who speak good English. तो शाह यहाँ पर एडवाइस देते हैं कि जो नेटिव पीपल है, कल्टिवेटेड पीपल है, उनके सामने बहुत अच्छी भाषा बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है. He further says that it is an insult to the native person when a foreigner speaks too well. Yes, they also feel insulted. Native people, they feel insulted when a foreigner speaks too well. वहाँ के जो रहीवासी हैं, उनके सामने अगर किसी फॉरेनर ने बहुत अच्छी इंग्लिश में बात की, तो उन्हें अपमानित महसूस होता है. So now, in this slide, let's recapitulate what we have studied, what we have seen up till now. G.B. Shaw assumes to address foreign students of English language. In the beginning, we have seen that G.B. Shaw, he assumes that he is addressing foreign students of English language. Next, there is no such thing as ideally correct English. Again and again, G.B. Shaw is repeating that there is no such thing as ideally correct English. Next, no two British people speak exactly alike. कोई भी दो ब्रिटिश पीपल जो है, लोग हैं, एक जैसी भाषा नहीं बोलते हैं, एक जैसा प्रोनाउंसिएशन नहीं करते हैं. Shaw was a member of BBC committee which decides the utterances of its speaker. So we have seen that G.B. Shaw was a member of one of the committees of BBC, and what is the work of that committee? To decide the utterances of its speaker. कमेटी क्या काम करती है कि वहाँ BBC में जो लोग एम्प्लॉयड हुए हैं उनकी भाषा को सुधारना, एक मॉडल भाषा बनाना. Utterances यानी उच्चारण. The committee members are trained speakers but do not agree to the pronunciation of English words. Committee के जो members हैं, they are trained speakers, they belong to different countries, cultures and language, but still they do not agree to the pronunciation of English words. Why? Because they speak differently. They cannot be taken as a model speakers. Though they are the trained speakers, very experienced speakers, but nobody can be taken as model speaker because they speak with different pronunciation. There are company manners and home manners. In the lesson we have seen what is company manners and home manners. Shaw advised foreign travelers not to speak perfect English with the native speakers as they will not be understood. So in the end we have seen foreigners should not speak perfect English in England and with the native speakers because they will not understand them and they consider it as their insult if any foreigner speaks a very good English, perfect English in front of them. So here we have completed studying this lesson, spoken English, broken English. I hope you must have got some idea, basic idea, what is the lesson about. Thank you very much. Thank you.